under pressure. Wait, different. Okay, sorry, wrong one. Anyways, hey, I'm gonna keep this real quick. So I took my mom to go see Pressure today. Didn't even know we went to see it on D-Day. Sorry. Oh God, don't throw shit at me. I'm sorry. Anyways, so it's basically a movie about Ike Eisenhower, right, and his whole staff, like right before D-Day, like the whole like, should we, shouldn't we, do we need to push things back, do we go on the day? And it's really like very weather based, whether they were gonna go or not. Like they really thought it was gonna be like sunny skies and everything, but there's this guy that like, he's like, whoa, 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 weather's gonna be kind of fucked up, whatever. And another guy, of course, is saying, hey, everything's going to be good. So Eisenhower's like, well, who do I listen to? Whatever. So it's basically all about this whole like leading up to D-Day and like all of the like pressure that was put on him, whether to do things or not do things. So I'm going to make it real quick, like I said. And so going into this, if you're like, hoping that I talk about the historical accuracies and were the boots, the time, the kind that they wore for the period, all that kind of stuff, beat it, nerd, because I'm not talking about any of that kind of shit. Was it a good movie? Was it a bad movie? Or was it in the middle, right? So overall, I would go see it, right? I'm a big sucker for war movies, right? Which I wouldn't really consider this a war movie. I'd consider it more of like a period movie, like about, a war. But here's my problems with it, and here's what I like about it. What I like about it is it's just kind of straightforward to the end. There's no like wondering what's going on. They get into it really quick, and they go through it throughout the process, right? Towards the ending, there's a little bit of a side story that gets wrapped up that like you didn't really care about much, but it was cool to see it, but it maybe took a little too long to show you what happened. My biggest concern here with this entire movie, and it's not gonna like really make or break much about it, it's just that from what I know about Eisenhower, I don't think Brendan Fraser pulled it off really well. I think what he had going for him is that he looks a lot like him. Like it was easy to make him into a period Eisenhower. But like it starts out with him just being kind of jovial, kind of saying hi, whatever, da, da, da. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, there's this scene where he's like, "Da, da, da, da," and it's just like, whoa, who is this guy, right? Because you don't even think that the guy that Brendan Fraser is playing is capable of this. But we all know who Eisenhower is. So again, I really feel like he got cast because he looked like the guy, but in no way, shape, or form was I ever like intimidated or anything by this character, which I feel like if I was in the room with him, good old Ike would probably scare the shit out of me, right? So that's the biggest part about it that I didn't like. Other than that, I could probably watch it again. Honestly, it was a really just like good flowing movie. Like it moved from beginning to end. The beginning kind of like was like, whatever. You really hated this one guy, but you kind of grew to like him. There's a classic like two people bashing the whole entire time, and then all of a sudden they come together, story point. So nothing new. Obviously, it's historical, so it's got to be based on something. And I really, really wish they do end up showing the D-Day. Like initial part of it. I really wish they would have given us a little more. And then there's like this part where it's like everybody's kind of like, I mean, I can't call the spoilers because, right, this is history. It's already happened. But like everybody's getting mowed down. Then all of a sudden this guy just out of nowhere makes it up the hill with no problem. Like, the fuck? And it was like they chose to show like everybody getting all mowed down. And then all of a sudden they chose to show a whole bunch of people advancing without getting, like, it was... There's a couple of choppy scenes, but overall, I would say it's decent. I would go see it. If you want to go see it, definitely go see it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Just a few things for me that didn't work very well, but overall, not trying to pressure you to go see it, but I would check out Pressure if you can. So anyways, that's been my review. Let me know what you think. All right, happy D-Day. Bye.